next on the INC Giving Show.
We just thought that giving some of our time to those who raised us, the generation that came before us, is a good way of giving back.
She was very happy. She was laughing, and that's a response we're not used to out of her.
They're doing a lot of good for the community, and I think that will escalate.
Okay, let's do it. High five. Yeah. Let's give it.
Singing, used to praise, to entertain, and even to heal. I'm Lois Paula. Today we'll see how the sweet sounds of music can reach across generations to bring members of a community closer together. From practicing to performing, join me as we see families give their time and share their talents, all to put smiles on so many faces. Welcome to the INC Giving Show.
A little goes a long way when we join together. It's more than enough when we show our love. It's alright to make a change. The future's not so far away. There's hope, there's life if we open our eyes. This is our chance.
We're in El Cajon in Southern California. For the last few weeks, volunteers from the Iglesia Ni Cristo, or Church of Christ, have been practicing songs to perform for the residents here today. It's a project taking place all over the US, Canada, and Australia.
Here in El Cajon, the local congregation is visiting 2 senior living facilities. We overran the facilities with our numbers, but most especially with our smiles. So we just finished at the first venue. We're going to go and visit the second senior home today for our Singing for a Cause event.
It's nice seeing them smile, just being happy listening to us.
What were they doing? What were their reactions?
A lot of smiles. They were singing along because they knew a lot of the songs that we sang. And also, you know, when the songs were very happy, they were clapping along. So it was great to see that.
What do you hope that they left, or you left with them today?
A feeling of joy, a feeling of happiness that there are people in this world that still care for them. Even though we don't know them personally, we still care for them.
So we're heading into the second facility now. Let's check out the performances.
What we are members of the Church of Christ, Iglesia Ni Cristo. The whole focus is giving back to you because we really care and love each and every one of you, and we want to show that today to you. Oh, you know, we're not professionals, but we do have heart and soul to sing to each one of you. Okay, so at least you could hear that and feel that when we sing to you. The better we get to sing.
Let's see how these brethren, along with others around the nation, have practiced for today. And later, we'll check out groups of children around the world who have also prepared for an event just like this.
We gathered after long days of work to practice these songs. And some of our leaders were actually the youngest among us. Brother Zylo, Sister Micah, and Sister Abby from Anaheim, California, have lent their musical talents to help lead their local congregation in giving back.
Growing up as musicians, we just learned that music is just a simple gift that almost everyone can enjoy regardless of their age or culture. And we learn to give what we have, just for entertainment and give smiles on people's faces.
Regardless of their young age, these siblings know exactly what today's purpose is.
From our past experiences, we just thought that giving some of our time to those who raised us, the generation that came before us, is a good way of giving back, which is what INC Giving is all about, showing the community what the church does.
Coming up, we'll meet some of the residents of these facilities and see exactly how much joy the gift of singing has brought them.
But before that, let's go behind the scenes with some of the youth volunteers in New York and Chicago.
Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand.
So today's our final rehearsal, final one, right before we actually go to the hospital. So let's go see how they sound.
Always tomorrow, lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I have to carry on, for it won't be long till I gotta need somebody to lean on.
Don't go away, stay with us right here on the INC Giving Show. Welcome back to INC Giving, where we're letting music bridge the gaps of age and warm the hearts of senior citizens.
Rudy has been a resident of Orange Grove Rehabilitation Hospital for going on 3 years. His days are normally filled with watching television and listening to music.
Okay, ready?
Today, he stepped out of his routine to watch the INC Giving performers put on a show.
Well, thanks for coming. It was great.
Okay. Well, Rudy, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, and God bless.
I hope you come again.
Oh, we will.
Oh, good.
Will you welcome us as well?
Beautiful.
You'll be excited?
Oh, sure.
Let's meet a man who's been on the receiving end of these acts of giving.
The results of the act of giving can never be measured in its entirety. Many times, we don't even see it right away. But the act is contagious. It can move individuals and communities into action. Scarborough, Canada was the first stop of the INC Giving Project in Canada. The local congregation sponsored a Neighborhood Appreciation Day. The event offered free health advice, free food, free music, and a tour of the Iglesia Ni Cristo Chapel. Many came to attend the Neighborhood Appreciation Day from all across Scarborough, Ontario, a city with more than 600,000 residents. Each came for different reasons, and each were moved in different ways.
I was invited from a member of your church by the name of Gemma, so I thought I'd stop by.
To be honest with you, free food. We heard about free food and we said we're coming.
I think what excited me about today's event was the fact that the church opened up its doors literally to the entire community. So it was come one, come all, come and introduce yourself as our neighbors, come and talk to us, come and learn about our church. We want you to know that you're welcome to come.
Among those who attended was Walter Payson, a resident of the Livingston Lodge retirement home across town from the congregation.
I guess it drove me, maybe the Lord drove me here, you know? Yeah, could be. But it's very interesting, nice to meet a lot of beautiful brothers and sisters here.
Many of those who met Walter that day could already feel that the connection they made would last more than just that one day. So when it came time to pick a venue for the INC Giving Project to share the gift of music,
He teach
You help one, you help another, and it rotates. It's very catchy. Then we begin to help everybody. And sure, the world needs help, the whole world. But where do we start? We start in your community, and then it spreads.
He excitedly waited for the day the INC Giving Project would come to his home.
In this particular event, you're involving children, and that's the base of everything. We have to start from the children, and they grow up, and their children grow up in the same environment. And the environment that I've saw in May, with all the children there, I think they'll go higher and higher and higher and get to all the communities together. And even if they have to have follow-ups on this, you know what I mean? Go to different communities, different centers. And that's how it expands. And from the communities, it travels the whole world.
But Walter was not the only one who appreciated the gesture of young volunteers. A welcome smile and a few songs from the heart are small gestures. But they have the potential to grow into large movements. All it needs is a little time.
The daily needs of most of the residents are met by the kind caregivers and nurses employed by the facility. They dedicate their lives to giving comfort and providing health care to practical strangers, but they do so all with a smile.
I was so excited. There's something very magical between young people and the elderly. It's like magic. I think older people really enjoy the company of young children, and I think it's a really good experience for young children to also get to know the older adult. I thought this was one of the best shows we've ever had at Livingston Lodge. Kids are incredible. I just can't get enough.
I was particularly excited because there's one resident who doesn't really respond very well to us. She's alert and she knows what's going on, but she doesn't readily talk to us, the staff. But this morning, she was very happy. She was laughing and clapping her hands, and just very, very happy to see you all. And that's a response we're not used to out of her. And I was so excited. And, you know, it was just kind of emotional, you know, that she was very happy. She was very excited to see you all, and she enjoyed the singing. And I was very happy to see that.
No, I just think the music for our residents is so important because it just meets their needs and it speaks to their soul in ways that other things can't. Sometimes people that don't remember words or dates or times, they'll remember songs, they'll remember the melody, and just the smiles on their faces just shows how much music means to them. So we just really appreciate it. We love it. Bring more music in. We're good with that.
So the performers are about to get on stage right now. They're joining thousands of others across the world and bringing a celebration right to the homes of those who may need it most. Let's go and see how they're doing in New York and Chicago.
So we're wrapping up here at the nursing home, and the experience overall for singing up there in front of all the elderly people were so nerve-wracking, but it was amazing overall. The first row of some of the female elderly, they actually started clapping with us, and they started snapping their fingers and moving to the beat. So I think that's what pushed us more to do our best and to make the whole performance worth it for every one of them here. In addition, some of them also teared up, so I think that pushed us to do our best and to go for it more. You liked it all?
I like it very much. Nice.
Oh, okay.
Free music and great company, it doesn't get any better than this. More INC Giving when we return. Don't go away.
Stay tuned for more Singing for a Cause events next week.
Welcome back to INC Giving, where sharing the gift of music is teaching us not only how easy it is to make someone smile, but even showing the youth how the act of giving and receiving is not limited by age.
It's priceless, like being able to put a smile on people's faces faces that we don't even know. It's rewarding because it's like in this small moment we are able to make them happy.
It was really good because like the old people were all clapping and they had a really good time, so it's a really good feeling for us. Yay!
Young members of the Church of Christ are always on the front line when it comes to giving back. Recently, young brethren all throughout the U.S., including the ones we're about to meet in Forest Hills, New York, dedicated a day of appreciation just for their teachers. The end of the school year usually marks a time of high stress and fatigue for many teachers. Recent school budget cuts have left teachers most especially tired and unappreciated. Dominique Pimentel, a student from New York City, helped change that for a couple of her teachers during the Teacher Appreciation Day sponsored by the INC Giving Project. Dominique presented her appreciation to her teachers by writing each one a special poem.
Dear Miss Boy, I would like to say, throughout these months that I've spent with you, you have done so great. For teaching me a lot of stuff I didn't think I could do. You are one of my favorites, that's why I appreciate you. I love the way you tell your stories every now and then. You're my inspiration each passing day that comes closer. So for you on this very special day, I present you a gift of thanks for all the wonderful things you have done.
How did I react when I received the invitation? I was actually stunned, and then when I read it, I started to tear up a little bit, and I was like, yes, I'm definitely coming. So that was it.
Thank you for all the good times you shared throughout all these days, for teaching me to get up whenever I fall down. I love the way you let us have fun every time you teach. It gives me a source of education and inspiration every time you leave. On this special day, I would also like to give a gift of thanks for everything you've done for me because you are also a third.
It was a simple evening, yet it was filled with recognition and appreciation. Exactly what these teachers needed after a very long year.
It was like I got the invitation and it was like, me, you want to honor me, you know, because you don't get that every day, you know. But this is definitely something that you see the rewards of teaching, definitely.
Dominique is just one of hundreds of students who honor their teachers during Teacher Appreciation Day. Many educators, like Marissa McEvoy and Sarah Evans, left with their hearts full of inspiration and their arms full of school supplies to help them in the coming year. Just like these teachers, we encounter individuals who, with a simple thank you, can be uplifted and inspired. So take the time to say thank you. It can mean the world to someone else on the receiving end. More INC Giving when we return. As we've seen today, age has no limit in our ability to help others. Let's meet a young individual who found a unique way to give back. Would you be prepared if there was a fire in your home? Would you know what to do? These were the kinds of questions that Ria asked herself.
My name is Ria Zisariel, and I grew up in Vallejo, California, and I'm currently from Sacramento, California.
This is a fire extinguisher. It's really important that you guys...
She volunteers for an organization that helps others during times of an emergency.
I volunteer for the West Sacramento CERT team, that's Community Emergency Response Team, and we are the people that if something happens like a disaster or an emergency, that if the first responders like paramedics and firefighters and cops can't help the community, then we are called out to provide services to them.
But in the very beginning, Ria joined so she can learn how to help herself.
So I really enrolled in this program to just gain all the knowledge to help myself and probably like help others
around me, most definitely my neighbors if they need it.
But through the CERT program, she discovered the joys of learning new things.
One of the benefits of actually being part of the CERT team is that we're constantly updating our knowledge and we're learning new things pretty much, I want to say, like every 2 to 4 months.
She learned the joys of working with other volunteers.
It's fun. I really enjoy it, and I like meeting people, and I like the interaction, and I really like getting to know just a little bit of the people that I'm around.
And most especially, she learned the joys of helping others. Her love for volunteering also inspires others around her.
Her positive attitude really taught me a lot to stay positive, and she's really a go-getter. She's never one of those people that'll slack off. She's always helping what needs to be done, and it's just very refreshing to work with someone like that. It's just wonderful.
And Ria's advice for those wanting to volunteer? Find something you will truly enjoy doing.
Look into a lot of different organizations if you want to volunteer. You can try doing several things. I mean, there's a lot of good people that do a lot of good work, but you have to find something that you enjoy, and if you don't want to do it just like a one-off event, then really find something that will satisfy you, you know, and make you feel like you're looking forward to volunteering and not just obligation.
And just like Ria, you might just be able to find the joys of giving back when you decide to learn something new. Another example of how there are so many opportunities for us to give. It's all a matter of being motivated to join someone, talk to someone, or find out more information on how you can make a difference. If you have your own story of giving, whether it be yours or maybe even someone you might know, email us at the address on the screen. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll feature your stories right here on our show. We hope the stories you've heard and the people you've met have inspired you to give in big or small ways. It's deeply rewarding to know what a difference you've made in someone else's life. So remember, whenever you possibly can, do good to those who need it. Thanks for watching. I'm Lois Paula. Join us next time right here on the INC Giving Show.